Easy, James here. This is just a quick video on something which I brought last week, just to show you. It's kind of an experiment really, just to kind of show you that you don't need to spend a lot of money to get a good result. You know what I'm like, I'm always about saving people money. And a lot of people say, you know, if you don't spend a lot of money on something, you won't get a good result. Well, all that really shows is that those people don't understand the thing enough that they can get the best out of what it can do. They just think that you just need the latest and greatest best stuff in order to get a good result. Well, I'm going to show you don't necessarily have to. Now, I brought this thing last week. It's basically just a 5.1 surround sound sound card, but it's external, okay? It's just a little external audio interface, and it has 5.1 channel surround sound, and it also has a line in and a microphone input. Now, I brought this thing, and I've got to be honest with you, when I first brought it and got it back, I got to be honest, I was kind of expecting it to be a complete utter load of shite, but actually I was wrong, because it's actually really good, despite what you might think, because I looked at the box and there's a couple of things which I'll show you in a minute that just kind of reminded me of, well, kind of cheap and nasty, but well, fortunately, when I got it out of the box and tried it, that wasn't the case, and it was all good. So I'm going to show you it. I'll quickly move the camera and I'll show you the box. There's a couple of things on here I want to show you, quite funny. Right, before we get it all out of the box, there's a couple of things on the box I want to show you. First of all is the compatibility. Yeah, you probably can see that. It says compatible with Windows 98. Who uses that anymore? Oh, SE as well. Windows 2000, Windows ME and Windows XP. Now it does work with Windows XP, that's fine, it's great, I've tried that. Now this was obviously made before the days of Windows 7 and Windows Vista, but there is a sticker on there which is upside down to you, but you can see there it says works with Windows Vista and Windows 7. Now I did try it with Windows Vista, because we all know what it's like trying to use no-name hardware with Windows Vista, oh don't we just, and actually I can report it worked fine, no problems at all, because that's pretty unusual. Normally you get annoying messages about non-digitally signed driver, and it's like, oh no, we might hurt Microsoft, they might cry. And it works great with Windows 7 as well. If you are using Windows XP though, if you want to use it in surround mode, you will have to install the drivers, which actually, again, the drivers themselves work really well. I'll get onto that in a second. But yeah, first of all as well, the name. Best USB UB-003. I don't know whether that's the name or like a nickname or a claim, because if it's claiming to be the best USB audio interface in the world, not by a long shot, trust me. But yeah, so there, and it's got their multimedia 5.1 channel sound solution, which exactly what it says on the tin, exactly what it does. Now, there's a couple of things on here. Is the description on the side. Now for some reason this one apparently makes you dance naked, because there's a picture of some weird naked man there. It looks a bit like Andy Garcia but crawled up in a fetal position. Why? That's pretty bizarre. I don't know why you'd put that on there. Also as well, the description, a powerful and considerable 5.1 channel USB device with headphone, mic and speaker plug. Just the one, or is it, no, I'm not being funny, but that's not a plug, that's a connector. Anyway, bad translation. Plug and play, easy to let both speaker or headset be USB version. What does that even mean? Lets both speaker or headset be USB version. And with digital surround sound performance. So, bad translation there, but if that was better translated, that would probably be a very good description of what this is, because it's exactly what it says on the tin, which is good. It does exactly what it's supposed to. Another thing is the warnings as well here. These are need tidying up a little bit. It says, please keep UB-003 away from water. Do not spill any liquid on the cabinet, and don't use when near any liquid. Did I have to say that 3 times? Could they not just say keep it away from any liquids? This one's a good one as well. Please keep UB-003 away from heat and high temperature. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that the same thing? Whoa, keep it away from flames and fire. Yeah, this is a good one though. You don't normally see this on these boxes. During thunderstorms, please shut down the power of the controller off. Power of the controller off. Yeah, I did read that right. And make sure the controller are unplugged for your safety. That's good, because they don't normally mention that, but actually it's probably quite a good point. Do not remove the cover or try to repair by yourself. Contact qualified service personnel for repair. In other words, they don't want you to open it because they don't want you to find out there's actually only about 2 or 3 components inside here, and the rest is just cobwebs and Chinese newspapers. Also as well, risk of electric shock, do not open. Whoa, not 5 volts from USB, death-defying. So as you can see, it's pretty poorly marketed, but that's quite a shame because it's actually a really good device, and if you was to read that, you'd probably be put off. Also as well, I don't know what that's about, some weird geeky language, cyber sex talk face thing. I don't know what that is. Look at it. Look into the eyes. Sorry. Anyway, so let's stop with all this crap and get this open and I'll show you. Now, it's pretty well packaged actually, because ordinarily they just basically just shove them in a box, and the most complicated thing they do to package it is to put cable ties around the cables. Ironically, not what they've done here. They've got the driver CD. You will need that if you're using Windows XP. Even if you're using Windows 7, I would recommend it because you get the little driver utility. It gives you the EAX console and the surround effects and all that rubbish. Doesn't that look like a pair of eyes or what? They're looking at you. Sorry. Right, this is the instruction manual. Trust me, you won't need that because it's really self-explanatory. Unit itself. Another one as well, look into the eyes, another weird cyber sex talk face thing. Got little mute button on the front, quite handy, it just mutes all the outputs. You've got line in, mic in, front out, rear out, and center and subwoofer output. USB connector, no power supply required, all plug and play, done through USB. Unit feels pretty solid actually, it's not plasticky and tacky like you'd expect. And this one's also apparently part of an anti-wheelie bin campaign. Oh no, sorry, that means it's made of recycled wheelie bins. That's right, yeah, always get that confused. So there you go, it's pretty good, pretty solid, and as you'll see in a minute, it works really well. Actually, this is something bizarre, they don't normally do this. They actually give you a pretty decent USB cable with it as well. It's like pretty long, I'd say that's at least 2 meters, and it feels good, it's nice and thick, and it's got good quality connectors on the end, which is unusual because normally they give you one that's about that long and it's made of like constructed from old crisp packets or something. But there you go, that's it. So that's all you get in the box. I will now plug it in and I'll show you it working. Right, now one quick thing before I plug it in and show you it working. When we was talking about compatibility earlier, I forgot to mention I did try it with Mac OS X and sort of got it to work, and then all of a sudden it decided to blurt out 90 dB of white noise out of every orifice. So I decided to unplug it pretty sharpish before it like blew up my computer or something. So if you're using Mac OS X, just don't even try it, it doesn't work, trust me. If you're using Linux, then I don't know because I haven't tried it with Linux. If you have tried it and it works with Linux, then bung a comment and let us know if it does. Right now, this thing does not claim to work with ultra low ASIO configurations like DJ software and stuff like that, so it'd be pretty unfair to test it and see if it does and, you know, use it for something it's blatantly not designed for, which is why I'm going to anyway. Right, so I've got it all connected up and the lights flash in to say that it's active and it's ready to have audio playing through it. I've got virtual DJ and a time code. Now the time code is playing into my phono preamp, a custom made one, and then that goes out of there into the audio interface, and then out of there into the laptop. So let's play that, and there you go, that's it, sorted. Now as for the latency on this thing, none that I can really feel. Feels very straight up and I can't really feel anything. Maybe if you go really fast there is maybe a tiny bit of lag on there, but other than that it's fine. And as you can probably hear, the sound quality is actually very good as well. So I got that one. I've got both time codes at the moment going through the audio interface. Wrong speed. There you go. And that mute button as well on the front. There, that works. It just mutes all the outputs. And there you go, sorted. So there you go, and it was easy to set up as well. I had no problem setting it up. So you can see earlier why I threw the manual away. You really don't need it, it's just plug and play. Now I've not just used it for DJing, I actually plugged it into the laptop and played a movie through the laptop. And I had it connected to my Technics surround system downstairs, and it sounded really good actually. So it's great for surround system, good for gaming as well if you want to get good surround sound with gaming. anything like that. And it's cheap, so it doesn't matter if you're on a budget, you can afford these things. Shop around on the net, you could probably find them for about 15 quid. I paid 20 quid, but then I bought it from a shop. You could probably get it cheaper if you get it online. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll put a link in the description below from the place I got it from, just in case you're interested. But there you go. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you've got any questions about it, leave comments, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So there you go. Thank you for watching. Nice one. Absolute classic.